So James, I think it's fair to say the European cross-country championship is a good stomping ground for yourself. Yeah. 3 attempts, 2 medals. I imagine you're pretty looking forward to tomorrow.
Basically, yeah. I mean, it's always been quite good. Obviously, it was second medal at junior champs or international champs, first cross medal ever. And that was in Dublin, so it was great. Kind of a home crowd, everybody got behind us. Year after didn't go great. Year after that went really well last year, and then here. Who knows really? Who knows?
Well, let's touch upon that, because I imagine, looking at the pure facts, second last year behind the French guy who's not here this year, everyone's sort of like, you must be the favourite. We're not trying to put that tag on you, but what's your reaction to maybe potential?
Yeah, there's some good guys out there. I know the press conference was earlier, and the Norwegian guy,
Ingebrigtsen, yeah,
won the 15 at the Euros this summer, so obviously he's going to be there if he's strong enough for it to kick. Ibrahimov is another one. So I've got kind of the fast guy and the strength guy. Am I in the middle? I don't know. So it's kind of like those two are going to be favourites if it's ran in a certain way. So I'd say that probably on paper, again, I'm not a favourite, but on past current form or whatever, then yeah, maybe I'm up there still.
Good. Talk about your current form, because I think it's fair to say you've had an interesting journey to this date. So obviously injury problems in the summer, yeah, and then through the winter. I know you perhaps weren't too happy with Liverpool, but you're here. What do you feel coming?
Yeah, I mean, I'm confident now, and once Liverpool was out of the way, I was like, right, I didn't want it as that, but it's job done. I'm still there. I'm still in the team, and then it was like, just I'm more confident. It kind of is a bit of a deja vu from last year. I fell over last year, got 6th spot. I came 2nd. This year I came 4th under 23, still here, and I'm fit enough, and I was getting fitter, so 2 more weeks in the bag is going to get me there. So it was just the injury that held me back for ages, and then a few hiccups with races that didn't go as I wanted them to early season, so I raced 1 week probably too early, and then had problems again did that, and then got a bit of a tight back and things like that, but yeah, it was. Once I got going, I was alright, and Liverpool didn't go well as I wanted, but it wasn't a horrendous run either, and nothing hurt, so I was fine on that front, and it was just that, yeah, I'm in one piece, I'm able to race, I can go out and give it.
Definitely, you look up for it, mate, so it's good to see. Talk about the team dynamics, because it's great to see. You talked about Dublin 2009, we also have Nick Goulab returning from that team. Yeah. He's been in the abyss for a bit, but he's back in action. Unfortunately, Johnny Hay has pulled out. He would have been a number member from that team. But talk about the team dynamics of you guys all coming in, because Simon Horsfield, he's been to World Cross Country. You've all come from different journeys, but what are you guys saying about this event?
So we've got 2 new guys, but I mean, it seems that there's always 1 or 2 new guys all the time, but it does seem that I've grown up with Nick Goulab, Johnny Hay, Simon Horsfield in most of my teams. So on my first ever international champs, I had those 3, Johnny, Simon and Nick, all on there. I'm roomed with Nick this weekend, so it's again. I can't get away from him. I went to uni with him, so I'm with him again. And then, yeah, you get new ones every year. So in Portugal, I had Derek was one of the new guys, and then this year we've got Scott and Andy, both debuts. Debuts on the cross for us. So yeah, it's good. We're enjoying it, and obviously we work well as a team, and getting those guys, showing them the ropes a little bit, and helping them out if we can.
Can you put your finger on, if anything, obviously given your experience at this event, what is it that brings out the best of British athletes when it comes to this European Championship?
I think a lot's been built about being up at the front and being able to be positive and be in the race, and that's the biggest thing, I think. And you've got a bit of belief that you can do something. So I came here in Dublin and I was like, yeah, I'm in good shape. I'm top age. Yeah, I can get right at the front, and yeah, I was pushing it on, and in the end I came 3rd. And I think for everyone, you're not finishing down in the 50 pluses as I have done in World Cross. I finished 85th and 107th. It's not. Yeah, it's a great experience, but it's really hard to get motivated and work all winter for that when you're not fighting for a medal. You can't fight those guys in 85th, whereas you can fight those guys if there's a medal on the line. Like last year, I had 2 other guys, and there was only 2 medals up for grabs because one of the guys was at the front. So I was like, well, I can really dig in now, whereas if I'm in 85th, I can't. So I think it's all just being really positive, and the history that we've got as a team now. You've got people like Hayley Yellen here who won it, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, it can be done. And when you've got Andy Vernon there as well, he's kind of followed the same path that we have, or I'm following. So yeah, it's really good to see that he's had medals, we can follow in that, and it kind of gives you belief that way as well.
And surely off the back of last year when no one came home without a medal, I imagine you under 23 guys, it's the very least of your ideas, you want those medals, don't you?
Yeah, basically, I mean, in Portugal was the bad year that I dropped out and unfortunately Andy Vernon dropped out, so our teams didn't get medals. It wasn't a nice weekend, unfortunately I can't remember what the seniors were like, but the under-23s, we didn't run well as a team anyway, and we didn't get a medal, but yeah, we want the medals there. And every race that you go in, as it goes through the day and you're getting the medals, you're like, well, yeah, we've got to deliver here, we've got to get the medal, and we really want it, so yeah, we'll be right with it, I think.
Definitely, great to hear.